Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Man Bites Film. I hope you guys had an awesome Christmas, holiday, whatever the hell you guys celebrate. And this week we're going to be doing a special thing, obviously, with the new year and everything. I want to recap on how the best films and best shows I've seen this year. Granted, these films are not all from this year, but these are films that I'm recapping what I saw this year and what was brought to my attention and what were the best films I've seen and shows that I've seen this year. So I'm going to start off with the shows. This is a continuing show that I love, and it is one of my favorite shows of all time. It is Law and Order SVU. This year's season was actually really freaking good, and I liked a lot of the characters from this film. That is the reason why this show continues past all these years. It's already going on, I think, 14 or 15 years of doing this show, and it doesn't lose its appeal to me because the characters are so freaking awesome. I love these characters, especially the main characters. You know, we've lost a lot of the main characters. They've changed, whatever. You know, the original crew was amazing. I love it. Ice Cube, Muntz's character, I love that character. And I saw Homicide because of watching SVU, and that show is so good too. But SVU's latest season is actually very interesting. They're bringing back a lot of the old qualities of the film. The internal struggle between the characters. They're bringing also the effect that it has on the the new detectives and everything. I like that, and there's some storylines that are kind of stupid. I don't like that much, especially the new girl's characters. Whatever, I can't wrap myself around her. So yeah, SVU is a 10 out of 10 show. Forget about it. That is a phenomenal show. This year's season, I would probably give a 7 out of 10. The next one that I want to go into is Mr. Robot. This was one of those shows that I've heard people talking about for the longest time. And I never watched it because I don't have cable and I didn't have anything to watch it on. And I didn't care that much to actually go and bootleg it type of thing. So I was like, alright, I finally got access to watch it. And the show is really freaking good. If you like conspiracy theories, if you like Social Network, that type of film, if you like 12 Monkeys, that type of stuff, you really enjoy this. It's like a hackers unite type of thing. It's very interesting. It kind of has the qualities of Fight Club as well in there. Kind of takes a lot from that. So this is a really good show. I finally finished the second season, which was really good, and this one I give a 9 out of 10 on my little scale. So please check this one out. It's a little bit harder to find because it's not on Netflix or anything. Oh, by the way, SVU is on Netflix, so that's easy access for you guys. The next one that I want to go into is one that I finally jumped on the bandwagon for, and this wasn't because of the season premiere, but I did it right before, and I had seen this show years ago when it first came out. I didn't enjoy it, and I was like, what the hell is the whole point? It's The Walking Dead. I finally saw this show and gave it a second chance, and I actually really enjoyed it. The first 6 seasons I watched in less than a month. And then when the premiere happened, I was blown away. That season premiere was one of the best premieres I have ever seen on TV. This year's season has sucked and has paled in comparison because of that one episode. That episode probably is going to go down as one of my favorite episodes ever of TV, because that was phenomenal. This guy's character is so good. I love the villain. He is a badass, and he's exactly the type of sociopath, crazy guy that I would like have in a show. And I'm so glad they brought him at full strength, full capacity of pretty much what he does in the comics, according to my cousin. And yeah, so good, so freaking good. The next episode, the next show that I want to go into is, this is a new show that just came out on Netflix. It's called The OE, and this is a Netflix original as well. And it revolves around this girl that she had basically like a very traumatic childhood, and she ends up needing psychological help because of it. And there's a lot of weird nuances behind the scenes and things that happen that they developed the character very. I love how they developed this character. That's the greatest part about this whole show, is that it feels very natural. Alright? It's about these people that get abducted, and these 5 people that get abducted for like by the scientist, and he's trying to figure out about near-death experiences, NDEs. And all these people have had near-death experiences, and they all have like this interesting ability to do things, at least according to the main character, which is an unreliable narrative, but it's very interesting how the show develops little by little. I give this a 10 out of 10. This show, I don't want to give too much away, that's why I'm not going into any more details about it. This is basically the first episode, and it goes right from the get-go from there, and it goes off on a tangent. So this is a very interesting show. The ending of this show was really, really good. I like the cliffhanger it left. It's very. I am dying to watch this. The second season of this. Okay, the next show, and anybody that knows me, I mean, I did a review on this show. That's how spectacular it was. Stranger Things. Anybody that hasn't seen this show, please go out and watch it. You're doing a disservice to yourself if you have not seen Stranger Things. This is a phenomenal show. It is instantly one of my favorite shows of all time. This is a 10 out of 10, and I wish I could give it more. Alright, this is on my top 5 favorite shows of all time. Instantly. So, if you haven't seen Stranger Things, check it out. Easy access, Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, freaking bootleg it, man. This is a show that is worth watching. I don't care how you get your hands on it. Please watch this show. This is my favorite pick of this year, by far. Stranger Things is one of my favorites. So please check that one out on Netflix. Now I want to go into the movies this year that I've seen that were the best. Number 5 is The Good Neighbor, and these are actually in order. The Good Neighbor, it revolves around these 2 kids. One of them is a delinquent. The other one is just he got picked up by the delinquent as his little like new experiment, I guess you could say. And they try to drive their neighbor crazy. They try to do hauntings and stuff like that and move things around. But what they don't know is the character's backstory. And this creates for the tension in the film the fact that we're seeing the backstory of the neighbor, but they don't know what happened. And you find out the rationale why they're doing these pranks and all that stuff, and it builds the tension in the film. This feels like a show that you're watching, yet it's a film, and it's only 2 hours long, and it feels like it's a lot longer, but not in the bad way. It feels like there's so much information, so much tension, so much building of the world that it feels like a lot longer than 2 hours. But in reality, it's a very quick film to watch. It's very good. Please check this one out. That one is currently streaming on Netflix. Easy access for you. The next one is 12 Cloverfield Lane. This is awesome. This has nothing to do with Cloverfield. Do not have that perception. This is a like post-apocalyptic film that revolves. It's very limited narrative. It is all takes place in a bunker, and it's the story of these people that got put into this bunker, and they basically got saved by this crazy man. And the whole tension is them trying to escape the bunker because they don't think that this guy is legit. They don't think that the world actually has ended and all that stuff. That is where it gets the Cloverfield name from. It's actually in the same world of Cloverfield, but not about Cloverfield, if you get what I mean. So this film has an amazing tension building. It's if you've seen Don't Breathe, it's the same style of that, but this takes it to a whole other level and it's so much better. Please check this one out. This one is not streaming on anything currently that I saw, but it is so worth buying, so worth getting. It is so good. The next one that I want to go into is Hardcore Henry. This is action non-stop, balls to the walls, just freaking mayhem. This is such a great film. It revolves around this main character, and it's all done in first person through a GoPro that they put on the guy's head. It is awesome. He does like these tricks. He does all these crazy stunts, and you're watching all this in first person, and you're like, wow, this is awesome. It feels like a video game, but a really, really good video game. You even have, to the extent that you're facing off against these characters, you're facing off against a boss at the end. It's very much like an old school video game, and just, it's fun. It's such a good watch. If you have vertigo or motion sickness or any of that stuff, you probably won't enjoy this film, but it's such a good watch. You gotta check it out. So Hardcore Henry is not streaming on anything. It's available on Amazon for $1 right now, so it's definitely something you could check out very easily. So I hope you do. Please check that one out. And the next one is Attack the Block. This is a British film about these alien invading this ghetto projects type of thing in England, and it revolves around these kids that are trying to stop the attack on the block. The block is basically what they call the projects building in England, and it does this interesting stuff, and it builds the characters of the kids, and it makes it kind of like Brick, where it's kind of like a mafia within the children's community and kids, teenagers and stuff like that. It's very interesting actually, and they're preventing the attack. They're basically defending their little neighborhood from people that are rich, the people that are you know, just there to joder and bother people and all that stuff. And then these aliens come out of nowhere and they're freaking the fuck out because it's starting to kill people. So good. Great tension building, great cinematography. Oh my god, the cinematography in this film is great. It just has everything that I love in a film. It's fun, it's quick watch, and it has just awesome, funny lines in the show, in the movie, and it does things that a lot of films don't do. It keeps your attention every single second of the film. And that leads into my last one. This is number one, my favorite film of 2016, and this is The Dirties. The Dirties. Sorry. Reffed out there for a minute. The Dirties is actually revolves around these two kids, and it's very much like a school shooting film type of thing, and it revolves around these kids that are doing a movie for their class in high school. And it revolves around the bullying and all that stuff that's going on in the school, and it gets taken out of hand because it basically revolves around two kids in the movie that they're filming, that they're getting revenge on all the bullies, and the fantasy turns into reality type of thing, and it starts, that line gets blurred very quickly, so it gets very interesting very quickly. So please check this one out. The Dirties is not available to stream anywhere, unfortunately, but it is such a good watch. Please check this out. This is my favorite film of 2016. Please enjoy I hope you guys enjoy the list that I have. The 5 films, 5 shows. Shows start off Law & Order, SVU, Mr. Robot, The Walking Dead, OE, and Stranger Things at number 1. Alright, the movies are The Good Neighbor, 12 Cloverfield Lane, Hardcore Henry, Attack the Block, and number 1, The Dirties. So I hope you guys enjoyed the list and have yourself a very happy new year. And I'll see you guys next year. I have a couple good reviews coming up as well. Hope you guys enjoy.